podcast is part of the Sports Social Podcast Network.
Bigger will look to pick it up and he'll go on here. Left two up here, Bradford. It's Beagrey. He's got to make this count. It's Beagrey. It's 1-1. You'll see a somersault now. You'll get a double.
City till I die. City till I die. I know I am. I'm sure I'm Bradford. City till I die. Oh, Bradford City till I die. Bradford's made out of
difficulties on this pile of crap today. Wherever you are in the world, morning, good evening, good night. And we're going to start off with a little bit of apology. And the apology is the content what got produced last Friday evening. It comes to my attention it was a bit offensive. Basically bang. The podcast has now been removed due to the extreme language in this, and I am very sorry about the use of language what has happened in the podcast, and I will make sure it will never ever happen again. And I am again for this. We are now going to move on to the post-match Crawley chat, and I am joined by lovely Miss Diane. Hopefully she can hear me.
Hello. How are you?
I'm alright, yourself?
Oh, not too bad. Not too bad. I'll be alright.
You okay today?
Yeah, I've been at work, Anna, so I'm fine. So, yeah, I'm alright. I'll survive. I'm a woman.
You'll survive, that's good.
Yeah.
Yep, I've had so much technical difficulties with this pile of crap today. Unbelievable.
Have you?
Yeah, I think it's when I send... So I'm using like an add-on kind of thing for my PC. Yeah. And to sum it up, when I sent you guys an invite through it, it messed up completely. Yeah. So it's hard to do, but I'll just probably do it on my phone, probably have to do everything on my PC.
Yeah, I work with computers. I work on a computer, so hey, I know what you mean.
Yeah, it's frustrating, isn't it? So, What are your thoughts on the game? The Crawley game? What's your thoughts on the Crawley game?
Where would you like me to start? We were crap. We shouldn't have lost 4-2.
And your best friend conceded.
I heard you on Radio Leeds when I was on my way home.
I know, I'm a little bit hacked off, shall we say? A little bit hacked off.
You were. I know, even because I got said to me, if they score the third goal, the penalty, we're going. I went, that's fine. And literally, I heard somebody say it was 4-2, and I thought they were joking. They went, no, they've won 4-2.
Yeah, I left as soon as that penalty went in.
We did. I get a lift home, we left. I think quite a few people left as soon as that penalty went in.
Yep, it was shocking, wasn't
it? It was disgusting. My dad went, because my dad, do you know when they went to Sky to say about it? My dad went, it just went under him.
Yeah.
He says, your man, he says, just went under him. And he said, and I don't know what they were doing with fourth goal, because my dad said that all our players were back. They were just Harry. I don't know, I've not seen fourth goal, so...
Yeah, well, just basically skinned him kind of thing. And then...
Yeah.
Oh, it was horrible. Right. Mr. Tony is struggling to get in, so hopefully if I send him that...
Are we telling him to be good today?
He needs to be on his best behaviour. Why won't pin send? I think that's sent about 9 times.
Oh, God.
Oops-a-daisy.
It'll be fine.
Right, so hopefully Tony will get in, because we need to get a bit of apology from Tony for last week.
I think we do.
So hopefully he can join in and apologise to the 1,000 views we're currently getting on
Yep.
Twitch, YouTube, Facebook. Andy Cook, Tyler 1-1. Andy Cook was lucky that pen went in. I 100% agree with him there, mate. He was more lucky than a nun at church. Seeing the video online, Andy Cook's done atrocious penalty,
Yeah.
and the keeper's like somehow fumbled it, and then just gone, yeah, screw it. I'm just gonna punch it into the back of the net, and I'll let you concede that, Andy. Shocking! It was shocking, really.
Yeah. Lee is having trouble as well getting in.
Quite a few
He's
people.
puts not on up the chicken. Yeah, there's Lee saying he's struggling to get on it.
Oh God, what's it saying? Let's have. Is it on the chat?
Yeah, it's on up the chicken's general chat because I've got my iPad as well.
When did I post it? Let's try it again. Oh, don't tell me it's one of them ball acre things again, because I'm not closing it and closing it again.
No.
So your thoughts on the Crawley game? Sorry, just generally crap, was it?
Yeah, crap. And things like that. Literally, you know me. Even I sometimes say how he played well. I'm sorry, but do you know when they say that we need a backup goalie?
Yep.
I've agreed with everybody now. I even said that at work. I said we need somebody else to back him up now because I'm not being funny. It might do him well to be dropped for a few matches.
Yeah, but we've got no one to replace him.
No, that's why we need somebody.
This is the problem. We've got no one to replace him whatsoever.
Yeah, but that's why we need to get somebody in so he can have a rest. Well, yeah, that's it. And you know me, I don't normally say anything about Harry. Wrong.
Ah, it's in Lee. That's good.
Yeah, Lee's in now.
No, it's not Lee who said it. It were other guy on it who said it. Were it Lee or the other guy? The other guy on it. Tony. That's it. Yeah. Tony, were it? Were it Tony?
No, well, I said somebody else. I said Lee said he's having trouble, and then somebody else has put. Lee said he was having trouble, but he's got in it. Didn't you say you sent one to Tony, but he's not working?
Yeah. I'll try it one more time.
Yeah.
Because it's been a bit of a shocker today. Just trying to get people to join and issues, but I think I know what the problem is with editing out messages. Did I send them to Tony? No, I didn't send one.
You said that you sent one. You said you sent it about 9 times.
Oh no, that was to somebody else.
All right, blooming neck. We've got way. Anyway, I'm going to be turning over FA Cup draw soon because my mate's team's in it. They beat Stevenage, Maidstone United.
Yeah, I can't find him. Try to send Tony. Tony won an invite. So moving on to the Derby game, and surprise, surprise, we're scraping the barrel. So Derby.
Yes, because there's no.
Yeah, Derby versus Bradford, 7 p.m. kickoff at Pride Park. Can't find any referee in stuff again. Really bare. So last time Bradford City played Derby, they lost 2-0 at home in a club friendly on July the 9th, 2022. And Bradford City's team form is Bradford City beat Doncaster, drew against Markham, drew against Stockport, lost against Crewe, lost against Crawley. Derby has.
Wait on, I think about if I'm somewhere.
Derby has won against Lincoln, Wigan win against Oxford, lost against Peterborough, and won Fleetwood 3-1.
I found the referee for tomorrow night.
Oh, who's the referee for tomorrow night?
Carl Brook. That's all I know. I've just gone to EFL appointments.
Carl Brook.
Yeah. And then we've got Steve Durnell and Ryan Williams as liners, and the fourth official's Elliot Bell. Sorry, but what you said about referees.
Here we go. It's Carl Brook. Let's see how many yellow cards he's dished out. Right.
That is amazing when you do using two things.
Yeah, men and women can multitask. So in the EFL Trophy, he's had 4 appearances, 7 yellow cards, and he's given out a second 1 red card. In League One, he's had 11 appearances. He's given out 54 yellow cards, 0 second yellows, 1 sending off, 4 penalties. League Two, he has had 5 appearances, 27 yellow cards, and he's given out no penalties. In FA Cup, he's had 1 appearance, 4 yellow cards, and he's given out 1 penalty. In the EFL Trophy, he's had 1 appearance, 8 yellow cards, no penalties. Altogether, he's had 22 appearances. He's dished out over 100 yellow cards, 1 second yellow, 1 red card, and 6 penalties.
Oh, heck.
Yeah, oh heck. Oh heck.
Card
Indeed.
happy.
He is very card happy.
He does.
So, what's your thoughts on the Derby game?
I'm not 100% sure because I don't know if he's going to be dropping anybody or starting different people, which I think he could do, where sort of like sort of like dropping some people, starting other people, if you know what I mean, swapping the team around and things. But then again, it depends what Derby do as well. It's because they're doing pretty well in their league, aren't they? In League One at the moment, the Derby, I think.
Yes.
Yes.
So really, there's nothing. But diverting from what I've got my list in front of me, there's a couple things I want to say, and you can feel free to chip in with information, Diane. So there's 2 stuff, because this is like basically the latest Bradford news and other bits and bobs. So Jamie Hansen has decided to retire from football. I know social media, the guy who we got from Co-op, Legends number 9, Kyle Reid, has put, and other people have put something. So what's your thoughts on Jamie Hansen retiring from professional football?
I think it'll do him good. It's like he was a good player for everybody. You know what I mean? He played for, like you say, he played for Fackley, played for Geisley, us, Sheffield, Wednesday, Wimbledon. Trying to remember who he played for and everything. But yeah, I think it'll do him good to be quiet because he has had a good, from going non-league to us and getting to Wembley twice with Bradford is good. But he was a good goal scorer. I think that's why we got him.
Yeah.
And I can tell you, I think he cost about 7,500 as well.
So that's cheap and cheerful, isn't it?
It is from Geisley, yeah.
Is that where they're going from, Geisley?
Yeah, we got him from Geisley. Not from Co-op, from Geisley.
From Geisley. So he didn't sign a massive deal from Co-op to there, yeah?
No, he was playing with Fackley. He was playing at Fackley. And he used to go into Morrison's at 5 Lane Ends because I went up there one Saturday and it was before a match. He was in there and he ordered jacket potato.
Nice.
There you go.
Bit of food thrown in for people. So what? Do you know what jacket potato he had just to enlighten it?
I think it was beans or something. I can't remember it that far back.
Oh, Tony, where are you, man? Mentions.
Because I went to other half. Went, do you know who you stood behind? We went, who? I went, James Anson. Went, I wouldn't even know him. I did, obviously.
Yeah, you got all giddy and excited, didn't you?
Oh yeah, as usual. You know what I'm like when I see people getting excited, going, "Ooh, nice."
So moving on, still latest news / what do you reckon the Young situation is? Do you reckon he's going to go? Do you reckon he's going to stay? Do you reckon he's in between?
I think he's in between because don't forget they've said that they've rejected a bid for him from a League One club. And did you hear Graham Alexander on the way home on Saturday saying that he pulled up in training on Friday?
Yeah, it smells a bit of I'm going to say bullshit, doesn't it? It smells a bit.
It does. It does. It does smell like bullshit because you don't know what's going on. I think it sounds like they're going to sell him. Don't want them to sell him, but let's see tomorrow night if his injury is all right for him to come up for about 5 minutes to play Cup.
Yeah, I want him to come on tomorrow.
But Young stick to it.
I couldn't find.
Do you? Do you reckon he'll put him in?
I think he might possibly play, and I hope he plays. Just to
Yeah.
see if, we'll see what he's like, because I know he's a City player, and obviously he's still
Yeah.
a City player until he leaves City.
Yeah.
So I'm really hoping he does stay and the reject offers, because if he does start on Saturday, he cannot join another
Yeah.
team. So
No.
I'm really hoping he does stay.
Yeah. Playing at Colchester.
Yep.
Definitely. I hope he does stay. But we just have to wait and see what's going on. The management team will know what they're doing.
Yeah, definitely. They'll know what they're doing, won't they?
Oh, yeah, definitely. They'll know what they're doing.
So it's like City have rejected a League One bid from Jake Young. The team understands the club knocked back an offer. It does not match their valuation of a striker. So I reckon that he's probably put, I don't know, Bradford probably after, I don't know, 600k, 500k. They've probably offered, I don't know,
Yeah.
300k. So
Yeah.
they'll probably come back. Young has been subject of interest from a couple of third-tier teams. Was not involved Saturday far too crawley. Graham injuries, he had planned to include him after the Bantams cut short his loan. Should appear at City, Young would not be able to feature for anyone else. So it was the first league game Young missed since this season, other than Swindon's visit to Bradford in October when he was not allowed to play. Should he appear for City, Young would not be able to feature for anyone else because of the rules that can only play for two teams in one season. I can only wait and see what happens, said Alexander, when asked about the situation of his young future. So, reading between the lines there, it seems like Young wants to, Alexander wants to play him, but then obviously Young, probably the board and Ryan Sparks and other people feel like they want to get rid. I see Ian is now speaking. So have you got any thoughts on anything we've mentioned there, Ian?
Lee.
Sorry, Lee. Ian, Lee, same thing. Lee.
It's all right.
Yeah. Are you there, Lee? Waits for awkward silence. Are you there, Lee? Can you hear us, Lee? Earth to Lee.
He'll be having trouble with his mic again.
DJ Lee, come on, you can do it, lad. Come on, DJ Lee. Nope. He's probably.
Can I just say about?
Go for it.
Did you see that Stephen Darby interview?
I've not, but my mum came up in nearly tears.
I was watching
told
it.
me
I
about
was
it.
nearly in tears. I was nearly in tears. Literally, I was in tears watching it. He's got worse.
Is it like?
I'm not going to cry.
Is it the same situation as Rob Burrows? Is that the
Rob
same?
Burrows, yeah, he's got. Yeah, you can't really understand what he's saying. He's now in a wheelchair. If you know what I mean, he's literally. He's getting like Rob Burrow. It's awful to see. Just literally awful to see. I'm just, like I say, I knew it was on, so I recorded it when being at work, and I've watched it, and I was just nearly having tears in my eye. I literally was crying.
How long is it on for? Is it about 10, 15 minutes?
It's on for about 20. It's on about for 10 minutes because they're talking about that March for Darbs. Do you know that march?
Yeah.
The walking and things like that. Yeah. It's on the BBC iPlayer.
I'll give it a watch in a bit.
Yeah.
Lee's requested.
Oh, it's on for 2 hours.
It's on for 2 hours?
No, it says BBC Yorkshire. They showed it for 2 minutes 48 seconds.
Lee, hopefully we are coming loud and clear. As a DJ, you should be able to hear us now. Lee?
Hello.
Hey, we can hear him.
Finally.
It wasn't my mic, it just wasn't connecting. It was sending and it were failed and rejoined the space. And I thought,
Any
I don't want to go
excuse, men can't cope.
to space. I played for 4 hours last night and it worked perfectly. All I'm saying.
Don't be too for want to know.
Unlike our illustrious team that we all follow and love.
So,
But we didn't have them on Saturday, did we?
Lee, have you got any thoughts on, shall we say, let's start off with post-match Crawley. What's your thoughts on the Crawley result?
Well, in the words of Malcolm and Wise, rubbish. Just that bad, wasn't it? Absolutely never looked like winning that game. Even though we scored 2 goals, we were 2-1 up. They just didn't seem there. Seemed like they'd left the shooting boots in changing room. That one that Smith missed, I could have scored that. And I'm knackered now.
So we've had I'm just seeing a couple of Facebook comes in. Hello, Facebook, you lovely, lovely people. I know
Hello,
on Facebook we've had no issues as it stands because go on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, and other social media sites. And we've had Enzo just reply. If he plays for us again, he can't play. He's on about Jake Young. We're going to show some ambition and get him on our side. Steve, hi all. I left the game on the 84th minute at 2-1 when City got the penalty. How come we then go to lose 4-2? Because we're shit at defending, Steve. That's politely putting it. We are shit at defending. We
got caught out.
We got caught out quite a bit. And then Enzo's asked Steve, why did you leave on 84th minute? Quarter of an hour walk down to town from Valley Parade, so I had the bus to recatch. And he lives in Brighouse. Never leave a game, Steve, early. You can only leave if your teams are getting battered, such as I left when Crawley got the penalty and they scored to make it 3-2. I was in my car and on the way home, and I did not know the score. Me. I did not know the score ended 4-2. So, your thoughts on Crawley? Sorry, Lee.
They were just better than us. They wanted it more than us, and we just didn't seem to want to play. Couldn't cope with them. They got 4 goals from 4 breaks. Breakaway goals, that's what they were. And they didn't really do anything else. They didn't offer much else. And we couldn't cope with it. They were faster than us. They just... If they'd have really gone for it, it could have been really embarrassing, could that game, I think. Because we just weren't up for it at all. And that wasn't Yorkshire pudding or Christmas pudding or all like that. We were just crap. One of them days.
Bad day
Some people say it's a bad day at office. Yeah, it was a really bad day. I think with Jake coming back, it's probably thrown apple cart over a little bit because does he want to be back? I haven't seen any interviews with him. I haven't seen anybody ask him. Does he actually want to be back at Bradford? Was there something more than... I mean, people say that he had a fallout with Hughes, which, it can happen. It can happen. But did he fall out with the club as well? Because the club didn't back him, or I don't know.
It smells quite a lot like Doyle, if I'm pronouncing it.
Yeah.
Rowan Doyle.
It is very similar, isn't it? But is that only because it's at Swindon? I don't know.
Yeah, because it's like if he...
Tyreek Wright went very quickly, didn't he, last season, if you remember? He were here and then he were gone.
Yeah, but he was only a lone player.
Yeah, well, yeah, I know, but there was something that made him not want to stay. There were talk at one point when he came in, signing him permanent if we could.
Yeah, he went to dinner.
Yeah, we got the opportunity. Yeah, and he hasn't played for... He's not really in favour there at the minute, is he? I don't know. Politics in football and sport in general just beggars to belief, doesn't it?
thoughts on the
derby tomorrow? I hope he plays a full-strength team. And as some have suggested, I hope he plays Jake Young. But I don't know.
I'm going tomorrow.
Yeah, it'd be a sign from Jake if he actually plays that he might fancy his chances with us. I don't know. I hope so. If we sell him, we let him go. Looking around, who do we replace him with? Who's available? That's not 60-year-old.
I think I can probably tell what's going to happen here by looking in my Golden Globe ball. I think he'll end up going. And I think he'll end up going probably roughly.
Sadly, I think you're right.
For about 300, probably 500k. And looking at stuff on social media, Bradford City are absolutely crap at reinvesting money. I can't physically remember where I saw it, but like we sold Nike Wells and we ended up with someone who's going to smash goals in and they were crap. I cannot remember off the top of where I saw it. But what's your thoughts on it? How much do you reckon he'll go for and stuff like that?
I think anything over 500,000 we've done well. To be honest, but it's who you bring in.
Yeah. Do you reckon
it's who you bring in? You're going to bring someone in that's got 16 goals to his name this season, playing in Division 2 or 1. Not likely, is it?
So do you reckon we'll end up being with an old timer who can't even score?
Matt Derbyshire.
No, he's.
Sorry, I'm
I cannot understand how he gets on the bench. One thing about going back to Saturday, why on earth did he not bring Chapman on or Poynton? Why? What's going on there?
I think with it all.
Smallwood won't have in his best game, won't he?
No, but with the set pieces, we're missing Jamie Walker.
We are missing him badly, yeah. But they've got 2 fit players. Chapman could take Walker's place as a stand-in. He's done it before.
So Enzo has replied. Oh, it's all catching up here. He went higher than right. Are you hacking over from the ground again? To me, if we're showing any ambition, Young comes straight in and plays Saturday if he's fit.
I hope you're right, Enzo. I hope you're right, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's shocking at the minute, isn't it? We're crying out for a striker, and I know
Saturday were painful.
Oh,
Saturday was painful. And
if you were there, it was awful.
Well, I've never been happy to be disabled these days, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad I wasn't there Saturday because I would have been going ballistic.
Yeah, it was shocking, mate. They scored a goal, I think, were a bit fluky.
I watched it. For a change, I watched everything and I saw all 4 goals of theirs.
Enzo saying we're missing Walker big time. Yeah, we're missing Walker.
Yeah, we are.
But going back to the Crawley game, why is Smallwood on free kicks? Why? He cannot cross to save his life.
He can't.
He couldn't cross a road, could he?
He couldn't. He couldn't cross a road. He'll probably end up hitting someone.
At this moment in time is just dreadful. I don't know. I can't answer that one. We've got players that can cross. So why he's doing it, I've no idea.
And then sometimes it's short corners and short free kicks.
I think they work better than him trying to stick one in box, to be honest.
Good point, yeah.
That goal he got last season where he ran on, smashed it in the top corner. Why ain't he doing that now? Why would it just that one goal? Do you know, if you can hit a ball like he's supposed to be able to hit a ball, do it a bit more often, please.
Yeah, but he can't. I'm going to put it as he's shit. I don't even. How old is Smallwood these days?
Do you want me to have a look?
Yeah.
He's knocking on a bit now. He's
'Cause
30, 31, 32, is he?
I'm thinking he's
2
like.
seconds.
I think he's 30 odd. That's what I'm right.
I think he's
Big
30 odd.
small word. He was born in 1990, so he is 20. Well, 90,
Do you say you're born? Do you say you're
2000.
born in 1990?
29th of December 1990.
So he's going to be like 33.
He's 33, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's come from
Didn't
Hull.
think we're that old.
I thought we were younger than that.
No, he's in his 30s for sure.
So he's
Do you want to go on Wikipedia?
Yeah, it's all right. He's 33. So 33-year-old, come from Hull, made captain under Hughes. I think that's another mistake Hughes made. Just bringing in shite players. Personally,
I don't think he's that bad. I just don't think he suits the way Bradford play.
But he can't.
I've watched Bradford for a lot of years, and our best games are always when we go out all out attack. If you look on YouTube with likes of Beagrey and Lee Mills, that team that got us up into the Premier League, what was that, 98, 99 season? It's on YouTube. You can watch all games, every one of them. We went forward. We never struggled to get forward. Yeah. You never thought. I remember I watched every game. I was there for every game. I was selling programmes. We just looked like a team. We don't play like a team at the moment. This Saturday, we didn't even look like some players knew each other. Did they shake hands before game and say, hello, my name's... hang on a minute. Who am I today? I don't know. They really annoyed me on Saturday. I was really kind of...
Joint club eye.
I gave them 9 poos out of 9 poos because I just couldn't bear giving them a 10 for anything.
Yeah, it was really rubbish, wasn't it? And the frustration.
And it's been that game's been coming.
So when you're on about selling programs back in, do you say 1999? Do you say, sorry?
Yeah, 98, 97, 98, 99.
So we've had
about 3 or 4 years.
So Enzo's put that was the last City team worth shouting about, and then Steve Monday on a Monday.
Yeah.
Cheers, Steve. Giving me a bit of. So Steve Monday on a Monday can't see anything. Can't see anyone paying over 300k for Young. I hope myself he stays. Him and Cook and Smith can form a good partnership. Oliver hasn't done nothing to convince me worth of a new contract. We need Jamie Walker back on Saturday. None of our players are testing the keeper. 100% agree with you there, Mr. Monday. Absolutely 100% agree with you.
Walker's only player we've got at this moment that's got a pair and shows it. He runs himself into the ground. Don't see anybody else doing that.
Yep. So
apart from Halliday.
Yeah. So, Lee, I know we've discussed this in past podcasts. What would you like to see? Which players would you like to come out of the club? Which players would you like us to bring in / strengthen?
I don't know who's available. That I've looked, I'm following it, but I just don't see anybody that sticks out. That's gonna. They're all much of a muchness. Unless they pay the money and price somebody out of his place, wherever he might be, or whoever that might be, I think we're going nowhere at the minute.
How many players have we got currently contracted at the club? Is it 27?
Well,
I think it's a bit more than that.
Is it 27? But we've lost one player because I know.
Afoka's gone back, hasn't he, to Brentford, when he came from, wherever he came from.
Villa. Villa. Yeah, he's gone back to Villa.
Afoka.
Yeah, Afoka, and he was one, has gone back to...
Afoka as a folk tough.
Yeah.
We've got...
Pardon my Welsh.
I'm just looking at the things without the... On the 12th of July, we had 29 members.
Yeah.
So
that's without...
Okay.
29.
29 players at the club, all outfield.
Well, some of them have gone, and don't forget we've brought people in.
So 20.
So
yeah, so
29.
So should we say it'd be 30, wouldn't it? Because Jake Young came back, so that's 30.
Oh no, Jake's included.
Jake's included, so he's got 29 players.
Yeah, I'm looking. Do you know when he stepped before season started?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was before season started. But then we've got the Jake went, didn't he? Then we've got.
He went after friendlies, didn't he, in Spain or wherever they went?
Yeah.
So 29 players from. So when's that from, Diane? Sorry.
That was 12th of July.
12th of July.
Where on? I'm just looking now. I've just gone back onto players' profiles now.
January 8th, innit?
Yeah.
So looking at this, bear with me, official thing.
Because they didn't take Jake Young to Spain, did they? They left him at home. He played in one friendly.
Yeah. 31, 32, 33, 34. I've counted 35.
I thought it was 34, 35, yeah.
Including the players that have gone out on loan.
Yeah. Why are we whispering? Are we keeping it secret?
Right, we've got.
Yeah,
we've got 35 players at the club. So don't tell
anybody.
Don't tell anybody that.
Don't tell anybody.
Players. Right, so
we might have 36 actually. Do Jake Young as well.
So 35 players at the club.
35 players and Jake Young, yeah.
Yeah, it's 35.
I hope we can keep him.
Yeah.
Hand on heart, I hope we can keep him and we can kick on and put whatever happened in past behind him and make him the player we all know he is because we've seen it.
Jesus
that's
Christ.
what I hope, but I don't think that's going to happen. We could do with signing him, you know. He can perform miracles, apparently.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, so we've got quite a lot there.
I keep saying it.
We've got a lot of players, but he says he wants about 27 players.
He wants to get down, doesn't he? I mean, if you look at Marino, he says a decent-sized squad's 25 players.
But
he's spending millions per player. Yeah. So, I suppose he can do it on that.
So Derek had the right idea, really, didn't he? Didn't he want to 23?
24, didn't he? He had
24.
He wanted. That what it is.
And then, obviously, he's buggered off to Morecambe. We got Mark Hughes coming. He's trying to change the formation, and then absolutely panic bought loads of players who are crap and basically a raw. So then, obviously, players have come back, such as Young. I call him. So more people have to go out the door.
Definitely.
So,
just to let us afford to bring someone in.
Yeah. Rid.
Derbyshire for a start. And Tulloch, in he talking to Tulloch with a view to having him go back? I think he is. So Tulloch might be on his way through the door already. He's got 1 foot out, apparently. Vidane Oliver, you need backup for Cook. Cook needs a rest. He looked knackered on Saturday.
So Harry Lewis.
Yes.
We need backup for him.
On today. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, are you? Is it your finger keep going funny?
Harry Lewis, would you keep or get rid?
Keep.
Right.
Definitely keep him, but I'd buy somebody to back him up.
Colin Doyle.
Backing up.
Colin Doyle.
Keep. So then Harry.
So then
no real backup at minute, have we?
Yeah, so Heath Richardson is out on loan.
At Cleethorpes.
Brad Halliday, keep or sell?
Keep.
Keep for sure.
Liam Rydhall.
I'd keep him after his won goal on Saturday.
Yeah. He said it were a cross in thing after the game. I don't know if he caught that, but he said it were a cross. It wasn't a shot.
Ash Taylor, keep or get rid?
Get rid.
He's done no. Stubbs. I'd be tempted to keep Stubbs before Taylor for sure. He came with a big reputation. I don't know if there's been a bit of falling out there and all, because he's not performed at all this season. He hasn't played much, but...
Matty Platt, keep or sell?
Keep.
Keep.
Sam Stubbs?
Keep.
Keep. I think keep.
Luke Hendry. I know he's out on loan at the minute.
He's on loan, isn't he? So... He were back up for Halliday, but just not as good. He were more of a defender. Halliday's a go-forward wing-back.
Not as good as his dad, weren't there?
Oh, no, John was exceptional.
What about Kelly? Keep or sell?
I'd keep him because he's not been playing bad.
He's an absolute unit, isn't he?
Yeah.
That clearance he made a couple of games back where he were racing back with defender, that was just absolute class.
Yeah, definitely.
Can't see Platt doing that. And we say keep him. Osadebe can go for me.
Yeah, he's on loan currently. Okie Koki is obviously on loan, but I would get rid of him. Harvey Rowe.
He's not had a chance with first team, has he? So you wouldn't know. I'd probably keep him.
I'd keep him.
Oh, that was a good penalty. It's like I'm just watching Maidstone.
All right.
Finn Cousin Dawson.
Keep. Class.
Liam Richardson.
Okay, he's injured at the moment, isn't he? So
I can't really. I haven't seen much anything of him.
Jonathan Tonkinson. I know we've got him on loan.
I'd keep him.
I would love to keep him.
I'd love to sign him. I'd love to keep him, but I don't think we're going to get that option, to be honest. He's a class player, you can see that.
Richard Smallwood.
On the fence.
What about yourself?
He's only small, make it a tall fence. For Smallwood, I don't know. If we can replace him with better, replace him with better. Let him go.
Jamie Walker.
Definitely keep. We wouldn't have a team without Walker.
Ossie Debe.
Go.
Definitely go.
Alex Pattison.
I need to see him fit. He didn't have these problems until he came to us. I don't know what it is about what we're doing that gets players that injured, but
Bradford
his injury record wasn't as bad. And he was a good player. That's what we signed him for. And he's come to us, and now he's crocked.
Alex Gilead.
I'd keep.
Definite Rolls Royce in midfield him.
Feel free to put in Miss Kelly. I know you've got us on speaker, but feel free to chirp.
He's rescued Smallwood so many times, it's untrue.
Clark or Daw?
Interesting one. Probably keep for now and see how he develops.
I'd keep him as like a substitute, really.
He's going to develop. He's only quite young, isn't he?
Yeah.
Harry Chapman?
I'd keep.
Yeah, let him get a chance to get on.
At the moment, we've got nothing to back up Walker, and we've got a manager that doesn't seem to think that either. But Chapman can do that job. Seen him do it last season.
What about Kevin McDonald?
I think he's getting too old.
I think everything's catching up with him. He's had his kidney problems and stuff, hasn't he? I mean, I feel sorry for him.
I think his fitness lets him down.
Maybe move him into a coaching role more of, I don't know. Not wrong with strengthening your coaching team.
Young player Freddie Jeffers.
We need to keep him, I think, for now.
Diane?
Personally. He's done no wrong when he's come on.
But I'd probably keep him. Sorry, I'm just watching FA Cup draw and all, even though we're not in it.
And I see Charlie has joined Mr. Pareda as well, so feel free to chirp in, Mr. Pareda.
Hi, welcome, Matt.
Welcome aboard. I know I do apologise for the podcast situation, technical difficulties today. I know what I've gone wrong. I'm using an APK on my computer. Note to self: do not send invites through the APK on the PC because it messes everything up. Right, Andy Cook, keep or sell?
Keep.
Definite keep.
Charlie, what do you reckon?
Yeah, well, we've got to keep him, haven't we?
Tyler Smith.
He's still scoring goals in a crap side. You've got to sort of look at that and say, well, okay.
Yeah, I mean, someone rung up on BBC Leeds last after the match, and they said He said he scored only 10 goals. That's not enough at this stage, which I think's pretty acceptable this far into the season. And then
he's on 12, isn't he? In all competitions.
In all competitions, yeah. It might even be 13 in all competitions, but 10 leagues.
Well, it will be after Saturday, I think.
And and this guy's just.
It's about what he was on last season from memory.
I think last season he was on 13 in the league in January, but obviously he didn't play in January. So now that he's getting games in January, he probably could catch up. But yes, this woman called and she said he's not scoring enough and we need to get rid, and it just didn't make any sense to me.
Some people don't make sense to me when I hear stuff like that, mate.
I know some callers said they wanted to get rid of Harry Lewis. Don't have a clue it was and said they should drop him.
I don't know who that was.
Don't know that was.
I think someone's.
Definitely don't.
I think I smell a wind up.
Oh wait, what? I didn't know listening though.
Some guy called Johnny from Keighley rang up in a really.
Oh yeah, he went on. He went on Saturday after the game, wasn't he?
Yeah,
well fed up with one and all. He sounded
pissed off. Yeah.
Why they don't come in here?
I can't believe it. He don't host a podcast. Fucking hell.
I know.
Right. It did go down well, wasn't it?
Yeah. Tyler Smith, guys and girls, get rid or sell?
I'd
keep him.
Keep
him. He's a class finisher, but he needs service, same as Cook does.
Charlie?
I think at times our forward line gets in each other's way.
Yeah, I think we're keeping him. I agree with Lee. I think we get enough chances.
Oh, give it to me.
We get enough chances in a game to score, but I just feel like for whatever reason we're not like Tyler Smith had a 1-on-1 on Saturday that he should be putting away and he didn't. But apart from that, I think he should stick around. I think.
Okay.
I've got to be honest. That goal he gave away didn't get. I could have dropped my shorts, shoved my ass at away and still put it in back at net.
Sorry, my mate's team's just got a good tie in FA Cup. They're playing Ipswich.
But they're now that good. Not.
So just quickly going back to Andy Cook, because we are live on Twitter, Facebook and other social sites. Our friend Enzo's piped up. Unpopular opinion, Cook is shite. He is not the same league as Blake, Mills, Windass. We won't go up as long as Cook at City, in my opinion.
Well, okay, in response to that, where do we find another Mills, Blake? Where do we find those players? Another Windass?
Here's the thing, right? He said
we don't.
He said he's not in the same league as Blake, Mills, and Windass. We're not in the same league as we were when we had them.
No, we were in Premier League when we had Windass.
Exactly. So you can't really expect to have that. Better forward.
Horses for courses, isn't it?
Yeah.
And of course, we're on at minute in 4th division because I don't care what anybody says. That's what it is.
Can I just say something about Bradford City? I mean, I've watched them now for 50 plus years, and we've always been what we call the old 4th division team, always. And every now and then we'll have a good run and we'll get a promotion, but that only happens very rarely. And if you look at the last 20 years, we've had 2 promotions, haven't we, or something like that?
Yeah.
Because that's who we are. People expect.
Yes,
I
we've
think
always
people
been that. I
expect.
think you're
Yeah,
dead on. You're
absolutely.
bang
And
on.
people expect us to get one player in, and it's going to change the whole thing, and we're going to get promoted. It don't work like that for Bradford City. It never has.
Never has. I've been watching them since 1959.
Absolutely.
It don't work like that for any club, does it? You know, and
No.
people think, you know, a lot of people talk like we used to be in the Premier League and we went down, which is true, but they describe it in a way that's like, you know, we used to be in the Premier League all the time and brilliant.
No.
You know, we came up, managed to scrape staying up, and then went back down.
We did 2 seasons, didn't we, in the Prem?
Yeah, and apart from that, we've not done it. So, but people talk like, you know, like we're Everton or something, and we've gone down to League Two. We've not.
I mean, I can remember going and watching games when there's been a couple of thousand there at a time. Do you know what I mean? Right back in the depths of the 70s and stuff.
Yeah,
I remember going smallest crowd we've ever had.
Yeah, I remember all that.
What smallest crowd, Tony?
End of day.
Tony.
Sorry, I
think
calling
it was
him
about
Tony.
2,000.
Lee,
About 2,000.
Tony's the dove from above, I think.
Yeah, Lee. So what? Sorry, I've got Tony on my mind.
I can't remember offhand, and I'm not a Google fiend.
So moving on to Oliver, keep or sell?
I don't rate Oliver. I would get rid.
It's a tough one, Isaac. If you get rid of him, you've got no backup for Cook at all.
Depends on what's happening. Do we know what's happening with Young? I've been on. I'm on nights at the minute, and I'm like a vampire at the minute.
Biting. I'll make sure I've got garlic somewhere.
Yeah, just eat, sleep, repeat at the minute.
Same as me when I go to work.
I think logic says he probably goes, but I think everybody wants him to stay because we'd like to see his best. I would. I'd personally love him to play in that first team alongside Cook and Smith, as was said earlier. I just think that's probably the dream at the minute. With Walker in behind them, feeding them.
Yes, absolutely. That is the dream team, isn't it? That's how I see it. Exactly how I see it.
What about yourself, Charlie?
Which player is this?
Oliver.
Do we keep him and get shut?
See, I like him, and like you said, I want him to do well, but I don't really know because
he's not consistent enough, is he?
Well, yeah, watching him when he comes on, right? A player like that, there is a player in there, but for whatever reason, he's not showing it with us. Maybe it's because he's not our main man. I don't know. But we just sit there, and when the ball comes to him in the air, he has to fight for his life to win the header.
Does he seem a bit fed up to you? Does to me?
Yeah, a bit. But at the same time, if you're him, you've got to do better on the headers alone. You know, he's not reaching the headers.
He's one of them players that don't look part of the team. He doesn't look, does he? Yeah. He doesn't look like he fits in.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like he's trying too hard.
No, I don't think he tries hard enough, mate. But I do think the main problem is when a ball's in the air, a lot of the time he's struggling to win it, and I don't understand how he can manage that.
I think you're right. I think we'd see a different player if he gave him a run inside.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, that's a fair point. We only see him come on.
Because he's quite a big, hefty bloke as well, isn't he? He's got some hench to him. Do you know what I mean?
He's athletic as well, isn't he? So.
Yeah.
And
it's a tough one, that.
So last 2 players, because there's absolutely loads. Right, Bobby Poynton. Keep, sell, or keep / renew his contract or sell.
I'd loan him.
Renew.
If he's not renew. If he's not going to get game time, which is seeming, we don't want to sell him. You know, I don't think any of us want to sell him.
Well, right now he'd go for no because his contract's.
Yeah, extend his contract and loan him out. That's what I'd do.
Yeah.
And last but not least, 5,000-year-old Matt Derbyshire.
Gerard.
I'd take him in a coaching role.
Yeah, along with
Yeah,
Matt
for
Donald.
sure.
I think him and Matt Donald would make a good coaching team.
Along with Oiley as well.
Hey, be careful what you wish for. They might turn up somewhere else.
Yeah.
Playing against us. Not good.
Yeah, I can imagine that happening, yeah.
Right.
We've seen it before.
So I know Callie and Charlie joined late. So I want to get your lovely match thoughts on Crawley.
I just think we just didn't play as a team, did we? At all. I mean, to be fair, I'll hold my hands up. I didn't watch it because I wasn't going to pay iFollow because I pay enough money to go watch the team. And it was just, I looked at it and we were losing 1-0. I thought, oh, maybe we'll pull this back. Graham knows what he's doing. Then next time I looked, we were 2-1 up. And I was like, oh, obviously he does know what he's doing. We're pulling it back, whatever. And then when I looked at it again, we were in extra time and we were losing. I was like, what?
I know.
And I couldn't really fathom out what had gone on, if I'm honest.
And second goal, spawniest penalty ever.
Yes. And the referee was absolutely dire, wasn't he?
He was.
He wasn't great. He certainly wasn't great.
But we should be used to these refs. We've been in this league so long now. We should be used to knowing how to deal with these kind of refs as a team.
I got laughed at work when they went, how did your team do this week? And we lost 4-2, we were 2-1 up. They went, ha, ha, ha.
Yeah.
Charlie?
To be fair, I think it's a loss on the players, not on the manager, because ultimately we were creating enough to score a lot more than 2. We spent the whole game attacking, and they didn't really have much to show until we sort of stepped back and let them. And I don't really get it because, I think we started off a bit slow. They caught us out, and then we turned it on. And after their goal, and we turned it on, they didn't really look threatening at all. We looked threatening, all from their goal onwards to probably the 90th minute.
Yeah.
I thought we looked brilliant and were the better side, but we just couldn't score. If we could score, we'd have been fine. And then as soon as we were ahead, it just felt like we'd slowed down a little bit.
Job's done. We're all right now.
Yeah,
and we want.
And it's good. It's a good lesson to have because I bet they won't fucking do that next week.
Yeah.
No.
Do we think the fitness levels weren't 100% as well? Because we've had a lot of games in the last few weeks.
I think they are. I think it's more of a mental thing.
I thought they all looked fine. I don't think it was a tactical thing because Alexander has always been about attacking football.
Yeah.
But it feels like they've all been told because the way they all just changed and stopped and sort of took it a bit easy. But I think they'll know now that if you do that, you get caught out.
Am I right in thinking there was a lot of long balls played, whereas the last few games that we've actually won, we haven't done them tactics, have we?
In the first half, it was just hoofing it to Cook.
Yeah.
And then in the second half, we
didn't have any clue.
I think in the second half we came out and we were direct, but we weren't just aimlessly hoofing it. And I think that's why we looked so good. We did the same thing at Crewe, and I feel like that's why we didn't win at Crewe because we just.
We looked like we were going to take him apart second half, but we got that second goal, and it was like, we can relax now. We've got this. These aren't going to do much.
Sit back, and it doesn't work like that, does it?
That's football. It doesn't.
Yeah.
It just never has.
And I think we're really missing Walker, aren't we, right now too, which isn't helping.
Yeah, much.
And
that man would chase his own shadow if he thought it posed a threat.
So last couple of things. So we're going a bit over. I know I messed up with podcast, but which 2 teams do you think are going to get relegated from League 2? And we'll start off with Diane and finish on Miss Kelly.
I think Sutton, and I'm just going on to the league table. I'm so sorry about that.
Cheating.
I think Sutton.
Cheat.
Hey, don't call me a cheat. I think Sutton and probably Colchester could. I'm going to say them too.
Fair dues. Charlie?
I think Sutton. I'm going to be really boring. I'm going to say Sutton and Forest Green. Forest Green and Naff. Sutton and Naff. I think Colchester are just going to get away now because they've got Danny Cowley in and stuff. But it's only been one game. We'll have to see how they go because I said on a podcast the other week that I think they just don't have the quality in the squad, and it's going to be a big task for a manager. But then again, they've got a very capable manager, so I think they might just get through on the skin of their teeth. I'm going to be boring. I'm going to say Forest Green and Sutton. Yeah.
Lee?
I'm boring too. I say exactly the same.
Boring buggers,
Colchester. Toss a coin with any of those three to who might conceivably stay up. Colchester are looking more likely, and that's it.
I think Forest Green. Definitely Forest Green, and then I think Sutton aren't looking good, are they? But I'm not. I don't think Grimsby. I think Grimsby might just not make it, if I'm honest.
Interesting.
They're 9 points ahead of Sutton and Forest Green.
Yeah.
Well, we just go controversial those two, don't we?
So
Grimsby have just had another new manager, haven't they? So
yeah, that's David Arto.
Yeah, and I don't know. I just don't think they're a good enough team. I think they might lose it towards end.
So looking at league table, I think Sutton are definitely down. But it's one of them, innit? It's like I'm doing a cheating, I'm doing a Diane, but Sutton are on 18 points, Forest Green are on 18 points, Colchester 24, Salford on 24, and Grimsby on 27, Doncaster on 28. So I think Sutton are going to go down. But also, I think Salford are going to go down. I know they've had Carl Robinson.
I thought that, but apparently, the way they played under Carl Robinson, it were like night and day. And then he got sent off 15 minutes into his first game, and then as soon as he left, apparently they went back to how they were before. So I think they're going to be all right with him.
Yeah.
But who knows? Because I thought before the appointment they were massively at risk. If Forest Green or Sutton picked up points, Salford had been knackered because they're not picking up points.
Do you want to laugh about people getting sent off? Do you remember Greg Abbott?
No.
Greg Abbott used to play for Bradford.
Yeah, he did indeed.
He played for Guiseley. He got sent off 5 minutes into his first game at Knowsley for Guiseley.
That don't surprise me. Do you know him?
Yeah, my mum and dad looked after his young son.
Is it the same Greg Abbott that used to do the I want to say marketing, but not marketing?
See, he retired right before I was born. So
yeah, he played. He was up at Carlisle with Carlisle manager for a bit. Yeah, sorry, I'm just bringing that out there when you said about Carl Robinson getting sent off.
Yeah,
I remember that. I was at Knowsley when Greg got sent off.
He can be incredibly feisty, can young Greg?
Oh yes, kick the bloke into over the railings. Never mind
there
that.
You go. Okay, there you go.
Right.
Sorry, just thought I'd say that.
So, for people who've not listened to the podcast in a while, we have been basically trying to get a little bit better and do a structure. And we like to talk about food on this podcast, but we also like to talk about the weather forecast. So, a brand new feature I brought in last week is Johnny's weather forecast. So, tomorrow's weather at Derby. You might need your big coats. It's going to be mostly cloudy, and it's going to be between 1 degrees and the highest temperature it's going to get tomorrow is going to be 1 degrees. So you might need to take your big coats with you. Going to be a bit cloudy in the sky. It's going to be a chance or 20 mile per hour wind, so it's not going to touch the sides.
Stormy weather.
So you need to take your big coats with you. And that is tomorrow's weather forecast. Right.
Brass monkeys weather.
Hats,
and that was the shipping forecast.
Yeah, shipping forecast. Right. That's that done and dusted. That's the worst weather forecast I've heard in my entire life. I'm North Paul Hudson.
Right. Just to put a lighter note on it, I need a bacon sandwich with some mushrooms. Definitely.
Brown sauce or
maybe
red sauce?
Tomato.
We
always mushrooms either. Brown normally for me, but
we always end up talking about food.
I go brown sauce on smoky bacon and red sauce on ordinary.
And last but not least, what is everybody's score predictions tomorrow? Starting off with Diane, and we'll finish on Miss Callie.
I think it could go to penalties.
Okay.
So I'm going to say penalties. Don't know what score, but I'm going to say penalties.
Bradford going to win on penalties, lose on penalties?
We're going to win on penalties.
Okay.
That's if Harry can save them.
Charlie?
I think we'll lose, It's Derby, they're doing well in League One. We're doing a bit boring mid-table in League Two. I think we'll lose for 3-0, something like that. Maybe get a goal at some point, but no, I think they'll win comfortably tomorrow.
Lee?
I'm going to go with history. Bradford have always done better against a better side, so I'm going to say we're going to beat them 1-0. I'm going for 1-0. You heard it here first.
Miss Callie, who's probably sat in her car waiting to go to work.
I'm not. I'm actually in the office.
Oh,
I'm actually hiding in the office, trying so nobody knows where I am. I think
she's in here.
Derby are really a championship team. They're only in League One because of what went on, aren't they? So really, they should be a championship team. Yeah. So if you think about it, they're 2 leagues above us.
Depends who he puts in team, doesn't it?
Absolutely. If he puts his big squad out, who knows? But I'm going to go win because I think we do well in cups. If we can go to Stamford Bridge and beat Chelsea 4-2, we can do anything, can't we?
From 2-0 down and all.
Definitely.
Absolutely. Yeah. So I'm going to go win. I think we're going to win them. I think it might go to, like Diane said, I think it might go extra time.
And don't forget, Wembley
no extra time,
is Bradford's penalties. Second home.
Penalties, yeah.
Yeah.
So, I think we'll just nick it.
Wembley's our second home. Don't forget that.
Of course it is.
I think we're going to sneak it 1-0. And if Jake Young plays, I reckon Jake Young will score. If he doesn't, I think Andy Cook will get the winner. So everybody knows. Yeah, you might get there. So everybody knows this podcast is live, but we've had some sad news coming today. Franz Beckenbauer has died, age 78. Absolutely German legend. And is regarded as one of the greatest footballers of all time. Our thoughts and prayers are with Franz Beckenbauer's family, and he's probably.
Amen to that.
And I've never seen him play, but according to social media, he won the World Cup.
I saw him play at Leeds United in the Bradford City memorial game where England replayed the Germany game. I don't know if any of you went to that, but that was a special day. A lot of Germans played, and Beckenbauer played for Germany in that game.
Yeah.
Okay. Any last thoughts on anything, guys and girls?
Nope.
Is anybody going tomorrow night?
I'm going.
I am.
I would kill to be able to do, but my disabilities don't allow, so...
Bless you, Liz.
I'll be watching
You're going, aren't you, Charlie?
Yeah, I'm going.
I'll be watching on I sometimes follow because it doesn't always bloody work.
That's why I don't pay for it. That's why I don't watch that, because it's just... You pay a tenner and it's always behind, isn't it?
Yeah.
Truthfully, Callie can't get iFollow at work, so I always have to help with it, so that's why she can't work.
Yeah, but when it does work, it's always 2 minutes behind, and normally somebody like you, Johnny, he'll message me or
I get fed up. I
haven't got there yet, and I'm like, oh.
I get fed up of Smallwood putting the same passing 7 times on trot because it's curly whirly in the middle of the screen.
Right, guys and girls, you know what to do.
We do.
I'll wait for it. Can I just mute everyone? And Remove from co-host. Yes. Right. Wherever you are in the world, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Thank you for coming along and listening to this lovely podcast. And I do apologise again for last week's podcast and the unwanted language what was on the podcast. So I do apologise again for that. If you like the podcast, what you're hearing, we are available on Bradford City Up the Chickens on other podcast services such as Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, and Pandora and iHeartRadio. Yep, true right, we're going global. And also we've got a little page going on with 945 views.
Bradford, it's Beagree. He's got to make this count. It's Beagree. It's 1-1. You'll see a somersault now. You'll get a double.
City till I die. City till I die. I know I am. I'm sure I'm Bradford City till I die. Oh, Bradford City till I die. Bradford's made our day, and hey, it's gonna stay. The boys have brought us glory days. So let's all rally round and really make a sound that echoes across the valley from our city's football ground.
Bradford are in the Premier League. Bradford are in the Premier League.
City till I die. City till I die. I know I am. I'm sure I'm Bradford City till I die. City.
This podcast is part of the Sports Social Podcast Network.